Oh shit, Gotham Chess made a video.
Ladies and gentlemen, just when we thought that we were running out of interesting stories in the chess world, a new drama has just dropped. So I would like to welcome back
Who was
all
he against,
incumbent
chat?
and existing chess fans to the channel. And because this covers kind of a popular streamer, kind of in the main gaming community, maybe we will have some new chess fans
I
as
don't know
well.
why I asked. I don't know
Welcome.
who
I'm
that
Levy,
is.
Gotham Chess.
Wolfie
This is the biggest chess
VGC?
channel on
Okay.
YouTube so far.
He's a
Hopefully it stays
Pokemon
that
player.
way.
Ooh.
And I kind of have to make a video on the subject because it's a
More
big deal.
drama? Chat, I don't really think this is that type of drama. I feel like, I feel like when someone's cheating in a video game, I think that's like not that type of drama. It's not like fucking personal drama, you know?
But I hope to give you a fair and honest assessment of the events that occurred. And
Right, there could have been some great memes, like Dr. Lupo had a Dr. Lupo
we will have a
had a
pretty
butt
bright
plug telling
outlook,
him what to do.
into the future. Even though I'm the biggest chess channel, I don't like covering negative drama as much as people think. Like, I really couldn't care less.
Wolf
about
v
the
VGC
viewership
was a
that,
world champion.
ultimately
Damn.
comes in from this
For
stuff.
Pokemon?
But I like to give an honest opinion of certain
Jesus Christ,
situations
Fob, what
and
the
my
fuck?
perspective.
Oh, for anybody that doesn't get that joke, it's Hans Niemann. If you don't know, Hans Niemann had this whole thing going on with Magnus Carlsen, where Magnus Carlsen accused Hans Niemann of cheating, and then people were like, how the fuck would he cheat? He doesn't have anything, like, anywhere, right? So they were like, oh, he had an anal butt plug that was giving him vibrations for the right moves to play. Yeah.
Which is generally
That's the whole context of that
relatively
meme.
normal. So, one sentence summary of this video. Dr. Lupo, very prominent streamer, content creator,
Chad, there's
gamer.
no proof that
I know-
Hans Niemann had a butt plug. Shut up. All right? Like, I'm pretty sure the cheating allegations were never proven for a Hans Niemann. And Hans Niemann is a very good chess player. He just has a fucking attitude. That's why people don't like him.
know him because he's been streaming for close to a decade. He's very famous also for
It was proven I was the plug. Damn. Oh, God. That sounds like one of the worst jobs in the world.
raising money for St. Jude's. He's raised tons of money. He has very famous streams for that. He played in a chess tournament on chess.com called PogChamps, where streamers participate. He had a really monstrous performance against the top-seeded Wolfie, and ultimately his account was closed for fair play on chess.com.
Hang on. I want to see the post. I briefly browsed it. I didn't like fully read it. Okay, here we go. I screwed up big time. The internet has been right basically since the beginning. Was his like gameplay just like immaculate, chat? Was he like making zero errors at all? Full stockfish perfect plays? Oh shit, he had fucking perfect plays? Oh my god. Okay, but here's the thing, chat. You know what's crazy about cheating in chess? I think the only way you can fool people that you're not cheating in chess is if you're really good at chess. Because then you can know where you can make purposeful blunders to like hide things, right? But if you're not that good at chess, you don't know how to hide things well, and you make it obvious as shit. Like, oh no. All right, let me read the rest of this. And it's taken me multiple ways of self-reflection and internal fighting to get to the point where I can fully admit fault without holding back. I lied to the internet repeatedly. I cheated and betrayed the trust of countless people that believed in me. Viewers, family, friends, everyone. Myself, I carry a lot of baggage, and you all got exposed to it in the worst way. I lied directly to Daniel Wrench. Don't know who that is. I lied directly to Wolfie Glick. Oh, so this is the guy. Pokemon World Champion. Damn. Is he really good at chess too? That would be really cool if he's actually goated at Pokemon and goated at chess. That would be insane. Kinda? Okay. And used him as a prop on stream. He didn't deserve that. None of you did. I messaged him directly to apologize. I'll gladly do it on stream too. He's okay. A lot better than Lupo. Okay. I've spent a big part of my life being really good at games. When I suddenly wasn't good enough, I lied. Between games while waiting, they said to be sure to only have one chess.com window open, so I was playing games against a computer on my other monitor using Lichess. Oh god, where my chat window usually is to practice between rounds. Oh no, bro. We got a Queen Pawns a lot situation. It's the fucking third monitor, bro. It's the third monitor. Once I blundered my queen, I panicked. I used the analysis feature there, and my brain couldn't stop after that. Wait, so was he playing the same movements on Lichess on the side every move? And then running the analysis feature to fucking get him out of... Oh my god, bro. I figured out the lines, but every time I panicked after that, I did it again. It wasn't something that I planned on doing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You didn't figure out the lines. If you fucking panicked. I planned on doing... I really did practice quite a bit leading up to the event. Unfortunately, I feel like the reality of these situations is no matter, even if you say something like this, nobody's going to believe you because all they'll see is you cheating, right? Nobody's going to care about any fruits of your labor because the cheating throws everything out the window. It's unfortunate. I can't see the post, but this. Streets are saying it was an engine. Are the streets keeping it 99? Nah, ain't no beats. Also, believe me or not, I played what I played. I pulled from chat, though. Couldn't stop looking, which, as I said, I know better. Oh, my God. He lied multiple times, too. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, he doubled down. People kept asking me why I did it. I think I did it for a false sense of self-validation to convince myself that I could win when clearly I shouldn't have. It was disrespectful to the entire online chess community. I was stupid enough to not even consider the consequences of what I was doing, accept those consequences now because I deserve it. I understand that people are going to question everything in my career now. Don't blame them. I was the guy that vocally hated people who cheated in video games. Tarkov is riddled with it, and I did the most hypocritical thing I could do. You know, I do wonder if this will happen a lot for people. And it's something that they actually have to tackle as video gamers. That, like, I'm talking about gamers who built the platform off of being really good at games, you know? Like, you think they'll ever get to a point where they get to an age where their hands just aren't working the way it used to, and then they feel like they have to put up some visage or like a you know, a front to some extent to cover it up? Like, that's like, I wonder if that happens to a lot of people. You know? You? Motherfucker. Do you realize saying that to me implies I was really good at video games at one point? I've never been really good at video games, okay? I mean, I'm flattered, chat, but I've never had to pretend because I've never been that good, okay? Yeah. What is this?
Chat, right there. Chat, right there. Right there. When I held the bean. It was actually him.
Was this the moment Dr. Lupo realized he wasn't that good at games anymore?
Chat, and then he cheated in a Hanukkah tournament. Chat, that's some full circle shit. Chat, I turned into a villain.
Alright, I don't know if that's true. That's some shit posting. Dr. Loophole. Okay. This is so dumb. Oh, God. Oh, I see what XQC is saying. Oh, XQC got banned for this? For holding him in Fall Guys? See you in Manila? Hey, see you there. Well, then I think it's only fair. I mean, no, chat. Twitch TOS does have a clause about cheating in video games and games. And technically, if you cheat, they do ban people. So technically, I do agree. Then Dr. Lupo should get a ban. Because it was on Twitch, right? He was streaming on Twitch the tournament. He was cheating live. That does deserve a ban, 100%. Yeah. If it's severe, it's a permanent. Well, I don't think Twitch has the means to perma-ban someone like Dr. Lupo, bro. This website is barely fucking staying afloat. They need all the fucking creators they can get. They're probably gonna hit him with like a 2-week at best. If they ban Dr. Lupo, bro, that might be a little too much traffic they might be giving up. Yeah, I don't think they got the balls for that. All right, it's in their rules, bro. Did you ever know? Do you know what site you're on? You're on Twitch.tv, where the rules are meant to be broken by the people who made them. Not like that's not a thing. All right, Twitch doesn't care about what their rules say. It's about what the staff member reading the rules at the moment in which they're applying the punishment is feeling that way, right? When a Twitch staff is getting a ban to review, it's like, okay, this guy did this. All right, I didn't get my fucking coffee this morning. Tom in accounting was kind of a dick to me. Yeah, fucking I'm gonna hit this guy with a fucking 30-day. Like, when it should have been like a 2-day max, right? Like, bro, it's all about what they're feeling on the day, all right? It has less to do about the fucking rules, okay? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. Let's keep reading here. People kept asking me why I read that. I talked about mental health on stream yesterday morning because that stuff is very real for me. I'm restarting therapy this afternoon. I found someone through Sondermind that was available almost immediately, which is nice. I clearly have a problem with honesty to myself and those that care about me. It sucks that it took me something like this to blow up in my face, but I'm hoping that it results in me finally fixing problems with myself that I've had for years. Sorry to everyone, my family, friends, people that watch me, anyone that I associate with. I betrayed your trust. I hope one day people can forgive me, and I understand if they can't. I hope one day I can forgive myself too. I'm typically pretty hard on myself. I mean, I think this is, you know, it is very disappointing, right? But I hope he gets the, you know, I hope he gets the mental help that he needs, right? He's talking about mental health and needing therapy or going to therapy. So, because I do, as much as, right, we could just sit here and laugh. Oh my God, this motherfucker cheated in a chess tournament for $100,000 as well. Like, you know, what a shithead, right? It's all that. But I still think, and maybe this is like me being another content creator thinking, like, I do think there's a position that he probably finds himself in where he's getting old. Like, isn't Dr. Lupo old as shit now? Dr. Lupo age. Bro's almost 40. His hands aren't working the way it used to be. His brain's not as fast. He's forgetting things. He's like trying to remember, like, you know, and it's probably not catching on as easily. So, you know, like, I 100% believe there are probably a lot of gamer streamers that grew up and built a huge platform of being really fucking good at games. And when it just doesn't match up anymore, right? They probably have some sort of imposter syndrome, you know? So, I'm definitely not excusing his cheating. That's fucked up 100%. And, you know, it does take away a lot of the achievements and the effort that his opponent put into training. So that's 100% fucked up. But hopefully he gets the help he needs. Only apologizing because he got caught. Do you think he's actually sincere? So a lot of people say that every time someone makes an apology, but I believe both things can be true. I believe, yes, he might have apologized only because he got caught, but he could also be sincere about it, you know? I don't necessarily think just because someone did eventually apologize, that means that they're not sincere, you know? Like, I mean, you can call Fence Master all you want, but who would apologize before getting caught? I think that could also happen. I think there's been situations where that stuff have happened. I'm sure there's lots of situations in real life where, you know, the burden of something weighs heavily on someone long enough where they finally crack and then admit it, right? So, yeah, guilt eats away at people, bro. Like, that shit is not easy to live with. So I 100% believe, you know, there's a reality where Dr. Lupo might have admitted it without even being exposed, 100%. But there's also a reality where you're right. He might not have ever apologized without getting exposed. So I think sincerity comes down to whether you accept it or not, you know? But I'd like to give most people the benefit of the doubt that they are being sincere. At least especially when it comes down to, like, mental health. Right, stuff about, like, their own, you know, inner battles and stuff. So it's telling on yourself to your mom so you don't get a bigger whooping if you get caught. Yeah. In the end, cheating should be punished, but Twitter has a mentality to always just bring down the people who fuck up once and always bring up shit from the past. Even if Dr. Lupo comes back fine in a year, the shit will never leave his lifelong as he uses the internet. I think that's fine. I think part of being a content creator is just like, or being a public figure is just moving on from that and realizing that's gonna exist, right? Like, still to this day, brother. I'm pretty sure if you go to a Dr. Disrespect stream, people still fucking do super chats to his fucking chat saying, "How's it going, Dr. Diddler?" Like, that shit is going with him forever. But, like, I bet you, he just pushes past it. Like, I'm not trying to say Dr. Disrespect is a great fucking example for this, but, like, I'm just using him as the most recent example of someone who's probably dealing with, or who's probably getting memed off the planet every fucking day, right? And he probably just, shirks it off, right? And that's the thing. At the end of the day, nobody cancels a content creator but themselves. Unless they've literally done a crime. Yeah, unless they've done a crime. Then they're just going to jail, so they're fucked. But, like, we're talking about, like, fucking shitbags like Logan Paul that have actually just scammed millions of dollars from people and done the most douchebag things, but that motherfucker still has a massive platform, right? Because he refuses to quit. And as long as you don't quit, you're not canceled. So, okay, how blatant was this cheating, though?
Live stream events in video games where I'm terrible and I lost, and it was a terrible feeling. I sat for 4 hours just like
What was the
losing.
prize for it? $100,000. Now, even when I'm 40, I'll still be clapping cheeks in League of Legends 2, bucko. No, you ain't. All right? Your hands are going to be fucking slow. While you're going to be in the nursing home. Okay.
Again and again and again. And
it was for charity?
Yeah,
yeah, listen, cheating in a charity tournament is kind of fucking... Okay, like... Yeah, no, Dr. Lupo definitely has some inner demons or something. Like, what did he have to prove so much to himself that he needed to cheat in a charity tournament? Bro, I don't know, man. Maybe he's going through some shit. Maybe he sucks dick at video games now and, like, he's just really having imposter syndrome, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's ego. It is ego. Like, I think he's formed this image of himself in his head where he needs to be this god gamer. And where now that he's unable to be, or maybe he's starting to unable to be, he's finding an issue with that. And to uphold that ego, he's finding alternative methods to maintain it, Yeah.
I don't play that game anymore, so I can understand. Now, on that note, Wolfie is like 1400 monster of an opponent, and again, final thoughts will come at the end. Let's focus on...
Damn, Lupo's 600 elo? And he really thought he should use fucking analysis feature to beat a 1400 elo? Like, nah, bro. Like, come on, man. That's just unheard of. Like, unless you're like the fucking chess prodigy. Come on, Lupo.
Chess right now. The game opens with a Ponziani. This is the Ponziani. Great opening. I have a video, by the way, if anybody's watching this from like the gaming community, not big into chess. I have a video called The Best Beginner Chess Opening. It's a pretty good opening. All right. So Lupo plays.
So where's the chess? Where's the queen blunder?
The top above me.
Calm, take over to 17.
The knight goes forward.
Where's the queen blunder?
We have a trade. The knight takes in the middle of the board, which is actually very tricky. The point is that if you take the knight, then there is this.
There's no way Lupo does that, right?
Right. And then you lose your queen, but white here has a counter, and the mini lesson here is don't leave your king in the center of the board. This is more a lesson for Wolfie as a 1300. Don't leave your king in the center of the board and then open up the position, because after queen a4 check, black just loses, because black is either going to lose the bishop or the knight for free. Lupo doesn't play that. He takes the knight, which is a blunder, and now he loses this. And so from this point forward, by his own admission...
Damn, Lupo was in a really winning position,
white
too.
Here has a counter at the chat moves, right? That is the admission. He plays a check rather than taking back the bishop. Then he takes back the bishop.
So he tried to say all his moves subsequently from here were him reading chat. Bro, that's like me playing E7 RTA and just relying on Osu's moves. But, like, Osuf knows what he's doing. Ain't no way his chat members are all 1400 elo plus chess players that are giving him flawless moves.
And Reddit was all over this particular move because it's, you know, it's ridiculous. Like, it's a really, 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 I mean, it's just a very, very, like, unnatural move. And again, I can sympathize on a human level. I cannot sympathize, or when you participate in these types of events, when you have crossover between a chess event and like a prize money event, even if it's for
People are
charity.
saying he had a mod
People
DMing
get
him.
very,
Well, he admitted that he had a
very
second
upset,
monitor.
and I would argue justifiably so. There was a, you know, prize money involved. It's not really for charity like the Nikhil Kamathvishi Anand thing. The move played here is pawn to b4, which is a wild move. This is a pawn sacrifice, but the computer here for white is sacrificing this pawn to open up diagonals, open up straight lines, you know, do stuff like this, and I guess deflect the bishop from hitting the knight. I mean, the computer is obviously very, very strong. So takes. And to me, the most natural move here is bishop to b2, because that kind of makes sense, because you just opened up the diagonal and maybe you want to then bring the knight. Like, there are moves that I can justify. Moving the rook here is, I don't get. I mean, again, when the move is ultimately played, I can, you know, can start to appreciate it. Like, the bishop gets out of danger. This is all self-explanatory. Rook blocking the back rank checkmate. All of this kind of makes sense. Now we see that bishop move opening up, targeting the queen on the f6 square, which was attacking. If you're playing this position with black, what you want to do, the way you want to win when you have an extra queen is you want to trade the rooks off the board. You want to get the rooks off. You want to trade the bishops. You want to trade the bishop for the knight. The less pieces white has, the less of a chance of counterplay they have. And as we see here, black is sort of getting swarmed by the bishop, the knight, the rook, right? All kind of pointing in that direction.
I wonder what Wolfie
the
was
knight comes
thinking
back to
as
the
this
C2
stuff was
square.
happening.
Right, again, best move in the position, targeting the bishop, and this is an idea, and also this is an idea. Right, so
Like,
there
he's
is
just
a
like,
monster
this
counterattack
600
being
elo
launched at the
person is
black
just
king here
fucking
by the
cooking
underdog.
me after he queen blundered.
And I, at the time of this
A
game, by the
really
way, black
obvious queen
blundering
blunder.
a bishop, right? The queen was attacked, the queen moved, and now suddenly white has 3 pieces for a queen. White has activated all of their pieces successfully. They control
Yeah.
the position. The king can't even walk.
Wolfie in his mind is like, bro just made the dumbest queen blunder and then just activated Goku Ultra Instinct and then started making perfect robotic moves.
Up, so black's other rook is not ever entering the game, and the computer already thinks white is almost better. So now white goes from being a queen down to almost better. Rook comes here. Bishop c3 is a crazy move, stopping checkmate. Wolfie saw a queen sacrifice checkmate possibility because he's really good, very experienced player.
Oh, yeah.
And this is perhaps the craziest moment of the game. So this is the moment that, you know, again, there were moments in this game, Reddit was all over. The knight is
Yeah,
activated
nah,
all of their
listen. I ain't gonna lie.
pieces successfully. They
Bro,
better.
look at
Rook
this.
Comes here.
Right,
Bishop
you see what he's setting up here, right? With the queen move here, he queens here, right? The only way to defend the king in this situation, you have to fucking rook take and then rook take here, and then that's checkmate, right? If he doesn't fucking move the bishop here. Bro, if Lupo can't even fucking see the queen blunder, the bishop taking the queen, how the fuck would he see 3 steps ahead to see the bishop covering this fucking tile so that the queen can't go here? Like,
crazy move. Stop. This is the moment
That-
that, you know,
that's-
again,
that's
there were moments in
insane.
this game. Reddit was all over. The knight is attacked here. The bishop is attacked.
checkmates are easier to see. I feel like that's true if you're like a decent player. I mean, Favid's acting like he's above 500 elo. I'm not. But like, obviously, in hindsight, watching it right back, like you can kind of see things better.
That's not even an attack on the bishop.
No,
The
I'm
bishop-
fucking dog shit at chess. Although I've always wondered if I actually gave my all, how good I'd be at chess, because I've never really tried. But like, I don't know if I have the patience for that.
was targeted. And, you know, white first plays bishop here. So the bishop gets out of danger, attacks the queen, which is defended by the knight.
Play
And then on
against
this
Dr.
move, Wolfie
Lupo.
just straight up hangs a queen. Now, if you ask me what to do here, I will take the queen in a second. I will not even for a second do anything else, because I realize that after that I can give a check and then take the pawn. We have check instead, And
Okay.
now the best move before you take the queen is
I'll
to
be right
give
back.
this check. But you
Hold
see,
up.
it's better. And the reason for this is
feel
if
like
you
this
take
music
this
kinda
pawn, the
fits
king has to
this
go to
one.
the back rank. Whereas if you take this, black will take with the pawn here. And what will happen then is the king will run forward. The king will be much more active and will not be squished on the back rank. That is the subtle difference between these moves. And we see, obviously, Lupo, by his own admission of reading chat moves, finds the better move.
Chat
And,
moves.
again, not good. This was not good. Because when you are a 600 rated, frankly, even when you're 1324, you don't realize how it looks. And even here, not taking the rook with the bit, and ultimately taking the pawn and delivering a checkmate. And I gotta tell you, I'll be totally honest, when I saw this game, I did not have a good feeling in my stomach. I saw the news, there was a big upset, and there are upsets in a streamer tournament all the time because not all streamers play the same amount of games. But when I saw this game, I was like, oh, yeah, this doesn't smell good. And there was another game, like they played 2 games. And this game, from the opening, I think this is playing on your own, right? Like I kind of get it. It's like it looks like a normal game that a regular 600 plays. A lot of people are 600 at chess, but from this game as well, it was like I think even already
Chat, you think I'd be better than 600? Bless you.
here, like castling, playing the move pawn to f5.
No, fuck you.
The knight is attacking both of these pieces, etc. And the most impressive sequence of this game comes like somewhere here where we have a rook move to b4, we have a rook move to g4, and then an attack over here. And instead of that, black traps the knight first, and then does this, and wins a very convincing game. Like
Yeah, I gotta lie, Lupo is not looking like the 600 player.
a really high level game of chess that looked like if I played Wolfie, I might, I might pull off.
Holy moly.
And so we have the current situation, right? We have a situation where, like I've already said at the beginning of this video, I am very bothered by just simply being a professional chess, whatever you want to call me, player, content creator, personality. Like that's what I do, and I can't defend these actions at all. And the message here is, some people do this stuff like the simul, like this, because chess has this really weird way of just getting like deep inside your soul, and you just feel not good enough or not intelligent enough or not, it like really attacks your psyche in many ways. And so you just like you just do it. You read the chat or you do something else. And the other on the other side of playing unfairly is people just like the doctor. They just think chess is like this stupid little board game. They're like, who cares? Like I'm using it to learn. Those are kind of like the 2 schools of thought for why people do something like this. Both are bad. And in this case, Lupo is very clearly has a track record of doing a lot of very good things, but this was not one of them. He messed up big time, and he should own up to it. Maybe even more than he already has. All right, he should maybe host a chess tournament. All right, he likes doing stuff for charity. Admit to it. Do something positive. Life goes on. I don't like the other 2 schools of thought that exist when something like this happens. People are like in his chat going, contact his sponsors. It's ridiculous. This is a completely heinous overstepping in today's society, like to go to that level. And then on the same side, you have the people that are like, kudos to you for owning up to it. Like, no, both schools of thought, in my opinion, like the truth is somewhere in the middle. All right? You can do something stupid, and provided that it is something like this and not, the myriad of other stupid things you can do in life that result in much worse outcomes, apologize, do something good, we'll all move on. You know what I mean? That's the message that I really wanted to send here.
That shit's crazy, bro. Holy moly. Damn. Well, at least this doctor is cheating on the chess game and not on his wife. Wolfie's live reaction.
The computer is saying this is better for black, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that this knight, although it's like invaded the position, there's nowhere for it to go. If you look at all those squares, they're all covered. So I think you want to do something like just go and attack it and pick it up for free. I wonder if Dr. Lupo is going to see this. Let's jump into his stream, as I think it's on the board.
I can also push with the king.
So it looks like he's looking at chat, but he's actually just looking at the fucking Lichess.
To get him out, because then he has to go back there. He goes there, goes there, goes there, goes there, goes there. I get him no matter what. I think
Wow.
I think I get this knight no matter what now.
Bro just looked at what Lichess was telling him and just said it out loud like he thought it in his mind.
And it wasn't a random move. He really saw that the knight was
I get
trapped.
attack with
Super
the king, 'cause the knight has nowhere to go now.
Locked in. That was
No matter
a good move.
yeah, I
Found
think
it.
no matter where it goes, I get him.
That is correct. I like some
Holy
Sonic
fuck.
vibes going there.
We'll see.
this.
Yeah, I like the vibes
We'll
here.
see.
Music,
I like
you
the
know?
vibes. For Dr. Lupo and Fillion in their respective up in
He's looking for tricks, but
That doesn't
there are
really work,
none.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it doesn't. You're right. Good job though. Like at least you're looking.
I'm one square off. I'm gonna run out of time. I can go here, with the idea being that they have to take here then, and then I get to go here,
Little
and I
count
go
work.
here. But the thing is that I still lose a knight for this. Is there anything better? I can go here, but then they just take here. I can go here, but then they capture here. I think my best odds are. I think I like this play.
Damn.
Now it is going to be a free piece,
Tech.
well earned by
Takes it
Dr. Lupo.
quickly.
Yeah. This is crazy shit.